what a redemption it has been by England, and what a redemption it has been by Ben Stokes. I mean, 2016 T20 World Cup final, Ben Stokes was really heartbroken after that four sixes by Carlos Brathwaite, and that denied them a T20 World Cup victory. And now it was the same man again, Ben Stokes, in 2022, scoring a brilliant 50-run knock and scoring the winning runs for England. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. So first of all, it was a brilliant game, brilliant World Cup 2022 with lot of nerves, lot of steel shown by the different players, the different teams, the smaller teams coming out victorious against the bigger teams, and finally it was England who was playing against Pakistan at the MCG with a crowd of 80,000 people. So Joss Buttler won the toss and he decided to have a field first, considering their batting depth they have in this T20 lineup. So Pakistan started with their openers Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam, and they tried to replicate the performance of the semi-final which they had put up against New Zealand in Sydney. But then Sam Curran, he was a brilliant bowler throughout the tournament, and he removed Mohammad Rizwan very cheaply after scoring just 15 runs. And then it was Babar Azam, the Pakistani skipper, who tried to steady the ship with Mohammad Harris, but then during the power play, Pakistan could not get off to the start they would have wanted, as they scored just 39 runs in the power play. And during the middle phase of the innings, it was Adil Rashid once again who bowled brilliantly, and he removed Pakistani skipper Babar Azam and Mohammad Harris consecutively. And yes, you have to remember, there was one maiden over bowled by Adil Rashid after the over of Liam Livingstone, who went for 16 runs. And so during that Pakistani innings, none of the batters showed intent because of some brilliant bowling by the English bowlers. Chris Jordan bowled really well at the death overs, and that did not let Pakistan get off the blocks. And eventually Pakistan could manage to score only 137 runs for the loss of 8 wickets at the end of 20 overs, and that was really a below par total in a World Cup final. So chasing a total of 138 runs for England to be crowned the T20 champions of 2022, they had to start quite well. And for that, it would not have been easy because Pakistan had a potent pace bowling attack with Shaheen Shah Afridi, Naseem Shah, and Haris Rauf, and the spinners as well, Shadab Khan. But then the English batsmen, they started with Joss Buttler and Alex Hales, the two unbeaten batsmen from the last game in the semi-finals against India. But then Shaheen Shah Afridi, he removed Alex Hales in the very first over, and England were struck very early in the final. And after that, it was Phil Salt who joined hands with Joss Buttler, and Buttler was looking in ominous form because he scored a quick-fire 26 of just 17 balls before Haris Rauf removed him with a brilliant delivery. And after that, it was Ben Stokes who joined hands with Phil Salt, but then Haris Rauf removed Phil Salt once again with his fiery pace bowling. So it was up to Harry Brook and Ben Stokes to rebuild the innings for England, and they started to steady the ship for England. And so during the run of play, Harry Brook also lost his wicket, but not before adding some valuable runs to the England's team total. But it was Ben Stokes who was going quite well during the innings, and he held one end up with a brilliant anchor roll, and he was letting the other batsmen in the form of Moeen Ali to go for the strokes. Moeen Ali scored some lusty blows, scoring 19 runs of 13 balls before perishing, and by that time England were already there with the run chase. It was a very unfortunate end for Shaheen Shah Afridi because he injured his knee while trying to attempt for a catch for Harry Brook, and after that he could not come back and complete his quota of 4 overs, and as he limped off the ground, and it was a very unfortunate end for him. And so it was Liam Livingstone who came at the fall of the wicket of Moeen Ali, and he joined hands with Ben Stokes, but it was Ben Stokes who scored a brilliant, majestic half century, and that too on a World Cup final. 49 ball, 52 runs knock, holding one end up and playing the anchor role for the other batsman. He scored a match-winning knock in this final. And so with this, England overhauled the target with 6 balls to spare and 5 wickets in hand. Let's take a look at the scorecard. So after a roller coaster of a ride, Pakistan could not cross the finish line in this year's T20 World Cup, and it was England who have been crowned the champions of this T20 World Cup 2022 as they clinched this T20 World Cup for the second time after West Indies. And so for the player of the match, it was Sam Curran for his brilliant bowling performance of 4 overs, 12 runs and 3 wickets with an economy of just 3. And for the player of the tournament, there were a lot of options, lot of categories. It was, and lot of candidates were there like Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar Yadav, Sam Curran, Shadab Khan, Sikandar Raza and many more players. But then it was decided that it had to be given to Sam Curran for picking up 13 wickets in the tournament, including a fifer in the opening game for England. And so with this, England becomes the champion of this T20 World Cup, and they become the first team ever to hold 2 World Cup titles together at one time. The 50-over World Cup, which they won in 2019, and now they lift the 2022 T20 World Cup. I hope you have enjoyed watching the video, so do like, share and subscribe to my channel if you are into this for the first time. That's it for now. Goodbye.